Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. So today we are talking about forgiving our mind and body for failing us. Before I get started, I wanted to show you this such beautiful view. So I started a little bit early so you can see the beautiful water with me today. Just looking at it makes me breathe better. Just so awesome. The last couple days have been super cold. It was 51, then it was 61. I think today is much warmer. So I wanted to make sure you got a nice look at that. Hey Ricky, hey there Megan, good to see you beautifuls. I hope you are having a lovely day. Thank you for your comments, Ricky, for Noe's birthday yesterday. It was super cute. Sinister Rex Carter. Good morning, guys. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how we get to forgive our mind and our bodies for failing us. And the very first thing is taking a look at even that thought. How can we work with that thought? How is that thought bringing us down? How is it affecting us? So let's take a look. When I say the thought, oh, my body is, it's just in so much pain, I'm so tired of this, or in my mind, it's always, I'm always struggling, I'm always going through these things. And do you notice that it's more of a heavy tone? You notice that it's more of a, maybe a complaining or a disgruntled tone? Well, when we have that energy, it affects our mind, it affects our body. So when we can allow ourselves to take a look at what we're thinking, how it causes us to feel, what we can change, then before we even know it, that gives us permission to release what it is that we're doing. And it may not even need a deep level of forgiveness. It may not need a whole process. It may just be like, ooh, I didn't mean to say it like that. Shoot, I can see how painful that could be. And if this rings true for any of you, share what might be a thought that you said to yourself. And you're like, ooh, yeah. Or even one that you might be noticing. So for instance, for me, one thing that I have to deal with every day, even talking about it right now, I can feel the weight coming in because I don't think of it in a kind way, is the pain that I have in my neck, all the vertebrae in my neck, and kind of down into the top level of my back, so part of the thoracic as well. It's not a positive, but instead I shift and go, it's okay. My neck is doing the best it can. I'm taking care of it, taking the steps that I need, and then I shift. And so then it's already taken care of without any, like I need to forgive myself because oh, it's a feather. Oh, how cool! Confirmation. I thought it was a bee. Look, a little feather came in. Sorry, I'm distracted. It's a tiny feather. Anyways. So one of the first things you want to do, just as I went through that process with you, is you want to notice what is the particular thing, what is the mistake, what is the pain, what is the illness, what is it that you have going on that really feels like the mind or the body's failing you. And so a big one for me is I deal with negative thinking all the time, every day. And there's times when sometimes that negative thinking can have me feel instantly frustrated, instantly feeling depressed, instantly feeling not good enough. Also, like I mentioned to you, the physical pain. And so you add those two together and it could be very heavy. So what are your things? Take a look. You can share those things here in the group. Comments are slower for me to see them, but we can add individual support for you as you're mentioning them. So I'd like for you, instead of thinking about them in a heavy, so today we're going to do it a little bit different. We're just going to look at it like a scientist. Like, oh, well, let me look at this thing without any emotion tied to it. It just is. Okay, so my neck just has pain. My mind has a chemical response and it just comes up negative. Okay. So when I do it like that, there is no, oh, there's something wrong with me, this is bad, this is terrible. It's just a thought. And so when I have it as just a thought, it can be neutral. There's nothing to forgive. It's a statement. So then you can write down that statement and then let yourself step into it. Okay, so when I feel this, what does happen? What do I feel? What do I believe about myself? What do I believe about people that have this going on? And then go ahead and jot that down. And as you're jotting it down, notice how your body's responding. Yeah? So when I begin to talk about the pain in my neck, I feel it more because that's where my focus goes to. My focus isn't on you and the names I'm seeing right here. All of a sudden, the focus is going to the back of my neck, and I'm like, okay, I can feel it kind of going down from the base of my neck, down into my upper back. Okay, that doesn't feel good. Hey there, Michelle. Good to see you, darling. Okay, and it's on the right side, and my range of motion is limited, and it just feels stiff. And okay, so then what was I saying? What are the things I believe about that? Well, I start to go into blame. Well, you know, you had some drinks last night, and that makes your body tighter, and it brings inflammation into your body. You know, you haven't stretched this morning yet. You know, like kind of some judgment in there. Okay, what else may be in there? There's some fears that go along with that, like how much worse is this gonna get? You know, I'll be 45 in December, and it's like, wow, if it's this much at 45, what's it gonna be at 60s? And so there's fears in there. So just jot those things down, and I'm doing this for you and walking it through so you can kind of see, this is what I'm doing to myself. I didn't realize the level of disgruntledness I'm creating for my mind and my body as I'm going through this process. I thought I was just paying attention. Now, there's also things from your past that you may be beating yourself up on, or upset with yourself, or concerned it's not resolved. Jot those things down too and see how you feel about it. And what do you believe about a person who has those kinds of failures? And so now you're aware of the thought around it, you're aware of the emotion around it, you're aware of how the body's holding it. So then take a look at what else can be true. So can I say, yes, I've made that mistake, and I'm doing the best I can anyway. I've made that my body has that issue. It really is failing me in that regard. And it's okay. I'm still doing what I need to do. My body might be failing me on a 5%, but on a 90%, it's doing well. Or that number might be a little bit bigger. But ultimately, you'll see that everything else is still running smoothly. You're still breathing okay, you're still eating okay, you're still digesting okay, you're still, you know, your body's still holding you together, your organs aren't falling out, you know, so you can, okay, so this is going on, and I care about you anyway, and I can see your successes anyway. And so it allows you to be able to handle, we tend to try to be so optimistic and almost ignore the problem. That's not the goal here. The goal is to take a look at the problem and help ourselves clean it up. So taking a look at any failures, any instances, any not good enoughs that are going on about your mind, your body, which also leads into your emotions, then you're jotting them down, right? So you're jotting down any emotion about it, you're jotting down any thought about it, what that thought leads to, what you believe about someone with that experience. And then you're going to give yourself some room in that. It's okay, I love you anyway. It's okay, I appreciate you anyways. We're going to be cleaning this up. And then number 5 is you do the cleanup, guys. We can't just pretend that the issue isn't there and function over it. That's the example I like to use is you've got this cute little animal and you're trying to clean up the mess by putting down clean newspaper over top of the mess. It doesn't work like that. It's going to be stinky and nasty and bring up issues. It'll be toxic. And that's what ends up happening is you have yourself becoming toxic. You have your situation becoming toxic. You have your past coming into your present, going into your future, making it toxic. And so that's where we create a forgiveness that doesn't say, oh, what you did is okay. It's not okay. You've maybe hurt yourself. You've maybe hurt another. Maybe you're still hurting yourself. That's not okay. These thoughts that you might be creating in judgment, that's totally making more illness happen. So the cleaning up that happens, hey there, Joanne, good to see you, beautiful. Definitely watch the replay. There's a nice little kind of setup to help you see the steps to take. We're on step 5 right now. Hey there, Miriam, hi, beautiful. All these beautiful people. Okay, so the idea in cleaning it up is you allow yourself to go through the process of release, the process of I can heal, the process of, okay, I didn't mean to do these things. I was doing the best I could, and now this was coming up. So as you're doing that, you allow yourself to do that meditation. Only you're going to flip it up. So instead of meditating on what's not working, you're going to meditate on this is what I'm doing. I forgive myself for doing this process. I'm relaxing, I'm releasing. And it helps you to do this on a conscious level and a subconscious level. So the meditation is going to look like imagining that this is somebody else who did this. What would you say to them? What would you do with them? How would you treat them? And as you're speaking to them and talking to them and practicing this, I want you to replace them with you. The younger version of you, or the sad version of you, or the scared version of you that was going through that. And share with her, I know you didn't mean to do it like this. I know you didn't know how to do it another way. So we're going to clean this up. We're not going to do it this way anymore. And so I forgive you. And we're setting boundaries that this doesn't have to happen this way again. We're getting support. We're getting guidance. And nurture that part of you. Love on that part of you. She was doing the best that she could. Or he, for those of you gentlemen who are popping on here. He or she was doing the best that they could. So just love on them for that. And forgive them by saying, okay, we're definitely seeing that we've learned from this. We're changing this. We're not doing this way anymore. This way is not healthy. This way, And so that brings in that clear aspect of forgiveness that says you do not have to practice it that way ever again. And if you're not sure how, get support. And that's what I'm here for. I do this type of coaching because I myself, like I said, I go through this stuff every single day. I have some clients I work with, and they're cleared. They go through it, they don't have it anymore because we clean it out of the subconscious mind. Well, those who have had different traumas and different issues, it may take a little while. And for me, it's just taking a little while. But as I practice this on a daily basis, it changes everything. It makes it flow away smoother, easier, calmer. My day is still fine. Versus the way it used to be where I was thinking about death as a kid all the time because I didn't have answers. I felt that was the answer. And it wasn't, but I didn't know better. I was just, I was just doing the best I could with what I had. The other thing that you're going to practice is you're going to meditate verbally. So meditation is just focusing on a particular thing, but you're going to be focusing on it with the idea of change. So the verbal change, right? So you did the visual, and so now as you're going through your day, you're going to speak this to yourself. Oh, shoot, I made that mistake. And I've learned from it. I made that mistake. Oh, I'm going to have the natural consequence. So I don't need to bring in any additional, you should have, and blah, 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 and I can't believe you. We don't need all of that. We already have the natural consequence, which is usually, it's going to be either a positive or a negative, so let's go with that without adding more, charge on it not feeling good, and we need to be judged and all that. So meditation on the verbal support. Meditate on that. What would you say to somebody else who made that mistake? How would you treat them? Right? And so so you're going to do the visual meditation, that process, and then you're going to do the verbal meditation as you're moving forward into it. Hey there, Tony. It's so good to see you guys. And each of you have tried on these various activities in the past, and I just love it. You guys make me so proud of you, and you continue to bring me hope in knowing that we can help make a change. Please share this information. People don't know this stuff. You guys, you're here, you're learning, you're growing, and for us it's kind of natural now. But there's so many people who do not know this. Okay, and then the last thing with number 5 is make sure that as you're going through the day, check out your focus. So if your focus is falling back into some of this patterns, then you want to shift your focus. You want to shift your focus back to meditating on speaking kindly, speaking supportive, speaking forgiveness. And again, not forgiveness that says, okay, the way I was treating myself or the way I did that is okay. If it's not okay, don't lie. Don't fake yourself. Don't add more toxic. Instead, you just say, ooh, right. That was not healthy. That was not good. So what we're going to do is we're going to add healthy, we're going to add goodness, we're going to add support, we're going to add love, we're going to add these changes into this meditation. Then we're going to speak it out loud into our day as we're doing our day. And then we're going to shift our focus from that negative and that not healthy, and we're going to shift it into I'm practicing healthy practices. I'm loving on myself. I'm loving on this body. I'm loving on the new changes that I'm making. And that puts us into proactively practicing forgiveness every day. proactively loving on our body, proactively just loving everything, just like you can take a moment and love the day, appreciate it, breathe it in. You deserve that, because that's who you are, that's who you were created to be loved, to be appreciated, to be like, wow, I'm an amazing creation, and look, I've been creating every day, I've been creating my whole life, and I'm going to be creating the rest of my life. So I'm going to use these practices to create beauty. Just realize that I am part of this beautiful experience. Realize that I am just like each and every wave. Allow yourself to take in a deep breath as you hear the waves coming in and out. Notice how the sound of your own breath is just like a wave. It's just beautiful, just like you. So let yourself continue to practice these steps. So, number one, you're going to make sure that you notice what's the mistake, or notice what's the pain. How do you feel like your body is failing you, or your mind is failing you? Notice the illnesses. Notice what's going on. But you're going to notice it to be more of the scientist. Like, oh, this is what's happening, versus that heaviness. And allow yourself, if the heaviness is there, no judgment on it. Write it down. What is it that I'm feeling? What does this create? What do I believe about somebody who has this? And then allow yourself to write that down. Feel where you feel it in your body. The tension, where's the tension? My throat, my chest, my head, or wherever that illness is. I feel it there. I feel the pain there. I feel the discomfort there. I feel the, oh, right? Add all that. It's okay. And then allow yourself to think about, what is it that I'm beating myself up? What's so negative? Why am I in this space that's bad and wrong? Jot all that down without judgment. If you have judgment in it, you'll resist doing it. So move away from that resistance and step into love and support and nurturing and kindness. And so as you're doing that activity, that will give you that support. And then the fourth one, you're going to add in, this is what the issue is, but I love myself anyway. This is what the issue is, but I appreciate myself anyway. This is what's going on, but I appreciate this about my body, or I appreciate this that's working, or I appreciate whatever it is you're grateful about. It could be something so silly. I love my toenails because they protect my foot when I kick the table. Let yourself practice these things. It feels so good. And it shifts you out of realizing, oh, this is so heavy, I can't believe what's wrong with me, into realizing, oh, this is so silly, this is fun, I'm enjoying my body, I'm enjoying myself, I'm enjoying it, just creating a negative thought and make that change. And then the number 5, you're cleaning it up with meditation visually, you're cleaning it up with meditation verbally, and you're cleaning it up with focusing on what's working that helps you take a look at the solution. So you're changing it on a subconscious level, deeper, conscious and subconscious. And you're also making sure that you get that support that you need. Get that support. It's so essential. And remember, this beauty that you see everywhere, really, all of it, that's you. So you get to let yourself treat yourself like you are that amazing being. You are out here creating. You're creating your life, you're creating your existence, you're creating your day, you're creating your thoughts, you're creating your emotions, and now you're learning how to create them in a beautiful way. And I acknowledge you so much for that. I'm so proud of you guys. Those of you who are watching the replay, please do respond, share with me your thoughts, your questions. If you have challenges that you're like, I don't know how to apply it in this regard, ask me. That's what I'm here for. Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to shake that off. That's just some negative thinking. That's some not good enough stuff. You're good enough. Write it in there. Let me know. We'll add it to next Wednesday. So each Wednesday, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm here. I'm giving you this support, answering your questions, and just loving on you, because I know what all this feels like. I deal with it myself each and every day, and I know it can be easier, and that's what we get to create. All right, you guys, bring it in. Big squishy hugs. Yeah. Please do share this, get the information out there, help people know. It's okay if you don't know how to do this stuff. It's okay if you don't know how to do this stuff. I didn't. And I know how because I practice it every day. And and I release the stuff that's going on every day, and I add in the nurturing every day, and I bring in the forgiveness every day, you know. So it's not something that you have to feel like you're just supposed to have. So take practice. So you take care of you, and I'll talk to you soon. If I don't talk to you before then, I'll see you next Wednesday. Ciao for now, guys. Bye. Mwah.